How do you launch a rocket ship? NASA's been using them for years. You've probably seen them on TV and in your science books. But what makes a rocket ship work?
There are two things you need to get a rocket into the sky: an aerodynamic body and propulsion. But what makes the body of a rocket aerodynamic?
A tapered nose cone, a smooth, cylindrical body, and fins. This ensures that the rocket ship will have the least air resistance possible. This is important when it comes to propulsion, or the energy produced by the engine of your rocket.
For your average backyard model rocket, you can buy small cardboard engines that are made up almost entirely of rocket fuel. However, the engines for rocket ships going to the moon or even Mars have a far more complicated makeup.
Once you have the right engine for your rocket, you can start thinking about thrust. This is the force that moves an aircraft through the air and is generated by a working engine.
With enough thrust, your rocket ship will launch into the atmosphere and beyond. The atmosphere is a ball of gases that surround a planet. Your rocket ship's height above the ground is known as its altitude.
When you've carefully calculated the thrust of your rocket ship, you can predict how quickly it will reach certain altitudes. This is really important when it comes to figuring out how long your journey will take.
Why is it so important to know how long you'll be in space?
So you will know what are the right things to bring. Bringing along too few items or the wrong things could be disastrous and ultimately lead to serious injuries or, in some cases, death.
We talked about this, Austin. Don't be morbid. Everything will turn out just fine if you bring the right supplies.
Will I be able to charge my phone in space? You know I need to upload my selfies.
Well, there's not much energy in space. Astronauts are able to get the energy that they need in space by using solar panels, which convert energy captured from the sun into electricity.
So, I'm hearing no zero gravity videos for Vine?
No, unfortunately not. Even if you had the extra energy to charge your phone, there isn't internet access up in space. However, it sure is a lot of fun to float around in zero gravity.
What happens once we reach Mars? I know they aren't sending us back home, so how will we start a colony?
Well, once we have all of our resources set up and working properly, like a greenhouse and water purification, we have to focus on making our colony bigger.
What do you mean by that?
Do I have to spell it out for you?
Are you talking about Punnett squares and genetics?
Obviously.
I know about these. You can predict what the offspring of two different creatures will be based on their genetics. Everyone has traits, some dominant, some recessive, and they all mix together in different ways. You can model this with the Punnett square.
What does a Punnett square look like?
Like this. Here you have the dominant traits that always show in the creature, and the recessive traits that only show if there is no dominating trait. For example, this creature has blue eyes, and this one is brown. And all of their offspring will have brown eyes because that trait is the dominant one.
Wow, there sure is a lot of information you have to know about to go to Mars.
This doesn't even begin to touch on the subject. In fact, there's so much science, math, and money that goes into a Mars mission that humans haven't even gone there today.